أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I welcome you all to today's class. So we'll start off our class with a daily dua. If ST could please call a student to the mic so they can start off our class.
Assalamualaikum, G1 711.
G1711 Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Walaikum salam.
How are you today?
I'm fine, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Jazakumullah for asking. If you could please start off with ours.
Wait. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem.
And the translation, please.
I seek refuge with Allah from Satan the Great, the rejected.
Next, Tasmiyah.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim.
And the translation, please.
In the name of Allah, the Gracious, the Merciful.
Well done. As it is Wednesday, so I'll go ahead to Wednesday's dua. I'll first recite the dua and then you can recite after me.
Okay.
رَبِّ عَلِّمْنِي مَا هُوَ خَيْرٌ عِندَكَ.
Miss, can you read that slower?
Yes. رَبِّ عَلِّمْنِي مَا هُوَ خَيْرٌ عِندَكَ.
Rabbi alni.
Okay, so no worries. I'll read it in phrases and then you can follow me. رَبِّ عَلِّمْنِي.
Rabbi alni.
رَبِّ عَلِّمْني.
Rabbi allimni.
Well done. ما هو خير عندك.
ما هو
Well done. So ما هو خير عندك.
ما هو خير. Oh wait.
So Jazakumullah, you did a really good job. I'll read this once again for everyone. And then you can finish this off with the translation. رَبِّ عَلِّمْنِي مَا هُوَ خَيْرٌ عِندَكَ. If you could please finish this off with the translation.
My Lord, teach me what is the best for me in your knowledge.
Jazakumullah. So this prayer is from Tazkirah. And now we will move on to our class etiquettes. So as usual, please make sure you have come with your correct ID, as it is essential we know who it is so we can note down your attendance. Make sure you have parental supervision. This could be your mom or your dad sitting next to you who can help you if you need any help. Next, sit in a quiet place so we can easily hear you if you're called to the mic. Also, please make sure you're wearing a head covering. This could be a scarf or a dupatta for nasirat, a cap or a topi for at-tafal. Make sure you are wearing clean clothes. This should be like you going to the mosque, or if you're going to school, you should be wearing clean clothes. This is the same over here. And lastly, make sure you've done ablution, wuzu, as we will be reading the Quran, so it is essential you've done ablution or wuzu. Now for the schedule of today's class, as it is class 31 and it is Wednesday, we are doing exercise of Asmaul Husna. So the material that we have got for today's class is from Talimul-Quran from lesson 18, pages 78, and the practice text for today is exercise 18.4. So now we'll move on to our lesson. Asmaul Husna, as you had to today, is our topic. A useful exercise of Asmaul Husna, attributes of Allah. As you can see below, there are many examples of Asmaul Husna. You can see that some letters are highlighted in red, so the text color is red. The color-coded letters, which are in red, should be pronounced with a heavy, thick, and heavy sound. So I'll go over one example at the start, and then I'll ask Esti to call a student. So for the first example, I'll quickly highlight it so we know where we are going with. هو الله الذي لا إله إلا هو. So we can see over here, as the example that I've highlighted, we can see that there is one letter, which we can see that is Lamul Jalala. This is in red. This letter of Lam is in red, and you must have noticed that I pronounce this with a thick and heavy sound. And over here, all the letters below, all the examples, we can see some are highlighted in red, as we can see in the first example. The Ra with the tashdid is highlighted in red. So this means that this letter will be read thick. So if we could please call a student to the mic.
G1 795.
G1 795. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam warahmatullah. So can I just confirm that this is G1 795?
Yeah.
Okay. How are you today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine as well. Jazakumullah for asking. If you could please start off with the first example over here.
Ar-Rahmanu.
Well done. And the next one, please.
Ar-Rahimu.
Well done. Just remember to keep in mind that the coded letters should be pronounced with a thick and heavy sound. And then the next one.
Al-Maliku.
Good try. So over here in this example, the meme, which has a fatha on top, do you know how long we pronounce this for? So how long do we prolong it?
1 second and 1 count.
Well done. So just keep in mind, as we have fatha on the meme, this should be prolonged for no more than 1 second. If you could,
Al-Maliku.
well done. So I'll just read this once for you, and then you can follow me. Al-Maliku.
Al-Maliku.
Well done, mashallah. Now, could you have a go at this example as well?
Al-Qudusu.
Good try. So over here we can see Qaf with the Dhamma is the coded letter, the color-coded letter. So we need to read this with a thick and heavy sound. But over here we need to join the Qaf with the Dhamma to the Dal, which carries a tashdid with a Dhamma. So remember that we need to join it to the Dal whilst making the sound of the stroke. So I'll read this once and then you can follow. Al-Quddusu.
Al-Qudusu.
Well done. So I can see over here in this example that you read your Waw Madhya very well as you prolonged it for 2 seconds. Jazakumullah, very well done.
Allah
And
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. I can see that there is another person, I think G1796 with you. If he's available, could they have a turn as well?
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. How are you today?
Alhamdulillah, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Jazakumullah for asking. If you could please start off with this example.
Assalamu.
Well done. And the next one, please.
Al-Muminu.
Well done. So good try. You done very well in your short strokes. We can see over here Meme has a short stroke as well of Kasra. And Noon that has a short stroke of Dhamma, which you pronounce very well, mashallah. But over here, we can see on the Waw there is a Hamza Sakin. So we can see there is Hamza and then Sukoon on top. So whilst this comes, we need to make a soft jerk. So whilst you read this, remember to keep in mind that as there is Hamza Sakin, we need to do soft jerk. So if you want to have a go at this again.
Al-Mu'minu.
Okay, good. Try read this once for you and then you can follow. Al-Mu'minu.
Al-Mu'minu.
Well done. So just another rule that we need to keep in focus, that if there is Hamza Sakin, we need to remember that we do not need to mix it up with the Ain, as it is likely that the Hamza Sakin could be mixed up with Ain. But as we know this rule, we need to keep a difference between the Hamza Sakin and the sound of Ain. Okay, well done. So can you move on to the next example?
Al-Muhayminu.
Well done, mashallah. And the next one, please.
Al-Azizu.
Well done. So over here, you recited very well the rule. Do you know the name of this rule? So where we can see there is Zal, and then we can see Kasra, and we can see Ya Sakin. Do you know this rule?
Yeah.
So the rule name, do you know the rule name?
No.
No worries. So the rule over here is Ya Madya. As we can see, there is Ya Sakina, and the before letter is carrying a Kasra. So this means we need to prolong this for 2 seconds whilst we read this, which you recited very well, mashallah. And lastly, could you finish us off with this example, please?
Al-Jabbaru.
Well done. So as you did very well, the color-coded letter was pronounced very well with thick and heavy sound. But just keep in mind, we can see there is alif next to the ba, the tashdid with ba. So this is the rule of alif madiyah. So we need to prolong this for how many seconds? Do you know?
2 seconds.
Well done, mashallah. Really good job. So just keep that in mind whilst reading this. So could you have a go at reading this again?
Al-Jabbaru.
Well done, mashallah. Really good job, alhamdulillah. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. If you could please call another student.
G1713.
G1713. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam warahmatullah. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Jazakumullah for asking. If you could please start off with this example over here that I've just highlighted.
Al-Mutakabbiru.
Well done. Good try. So just remember our short strokes should be prolonged for just 1 second, no more than 1 second. So over here on Mim, we have a Dhamma and Ta has a Fatha. So if we could read this again, please.
Atmu.
You can see over here, first we have a Lam with the Sukoon on top, the sign of Jazm. So we need to just join the sound of Lam to the Alif. Al-Mutakabbiru.
Al-Mutakabbiru.
Well done, good try. So just keep on practicing this example. I'll read this once for you so you remember. Al-Mutakabbiru.
Al-Mutakabbiru.
Well done, mashallah. It was a really good improvement. Well done. And now could you read this as well for me?
Al-Jaliku.
So over here, well done, a good try. The letter over here that has been color coded in red at the start is ha. So whilst we read this, remember to keep the sound of ha, and then you can continue. So I'll read this once and then you can follow. Al-Khaliqu.
Al-Khaliku.
Well done, good job. And could you have a go at this example as well for me?
Al-Barihu.
Well done, mashallah. So the last letter over here is Hamza with a dhamma. So this makes the sound of U. Al-Bari'u.
Al-Bari'u.
Well done, mashallah. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic. You've done a really good job today. Well done.
Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah. If we could please have another student on the mic.
G1 704.
G1 704. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. G1 704. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Okay, if we could please call another student to the mic.
G1 708.
G1 708. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. How are you today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Jazakumullah for asking. If you could please start off with this example that I've highlighted.
Okay. Al-Musawwiru.
Okay, good try. So over here we can see this is swad, the letter swad, that has been color coded. So we need to keep in mind that this is a thick and heavy sound.
Okay.
Next we have a wow that has tashdid. So remember the sound of wow that we learned in our past lessons at the start of this course. And lastly, we have another color-coded letter, which means we need to read this with a thick and heavy sound. And just bearing in mind that we have the sound of dhamma on top. So we need to keep the sound of dhamma whilst reading this letter as it's our short stroke. So if you could please have a go at reading this again for me.
Al-Musawwiru.
Well done, mashallah. I'll read this once for everyone. So everyone has a clear understanding of our rule and exercise of Asma'ul Husna. Al-Musawwiru. So Jazakumullah, very well done on this example. If you could please move on to this one.
Al-Ghaffaru.
Well done. Just keep in mind that we have alif over here and there is fatha on the last letter. So we prolong this for 2 seconds as this rule is alif madiyah. Could you please go on?
Al-Ghaffaru.
Well done, mashallah. And the next one, please, as well.
Al-Qahharu.
Well done. So you read all the letters very well. Just keep in mind the letter of qaf. As we know, it's highlighted red and the letter is red. So today's rule is color-coded letters should be pronounced with a thick and heavy sound. So we need to read this letter qaf, thick and heavy. So whilst we read this, there should be a thick and heavy sound. So I'll read this once for you and then you can follow. Al-Qahharu.
Al-Qahharu.
Well done, really good job. And then lastly, this one for me.
Al-Wahhabu.
Well done, mashallah. So at the start, we can see that there is tashdid, which you joined very well. So I'll read this once for everyone. Al-Wahhabu. So do you want to have a go again?
Al-Wahhab.
Well done, mashallah. Really good job. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. If we could please have another student.
G1 702.
G1 702. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam warahmatullah. How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Jazakumullah for asking. If you could please start off with this example. G1 702. If you can hear me, could you please start off with this example, please? So we can see over here at the start there is a leaf which carries a fatha, which will be joining to the ra, which has tashdid. And remember, we can see that ra is color-coded, one of the color-coded letters. So they should be pronounced with a thick and heavy sound. And then again, sorry, did you say something?
I said Arazaku.
Well done. So this is how you read it, which you read very well. Just we can see, I'll read this. We need to keep in mind our color-coded letters. So these need to be pronounced thick and heavy. So I'll read this once and then you can follow. Ar-Razzaku.
Arazaku.
Well done, mashallah. And then can you read this one as well?
Al-Fatahu.
Okay, good, try. So we can see, first of all, we have a leaf with fatha. Then we need to join it to the lam as it carries a sign. Do you know the name of this sign that lam is carrying? So we can see on lam, there is the sign of jazm. So over here, we joined, sorry?
What a chasu.
Okay, so well done. You had a good try on reading this. I'm gonna just explain what we are doing over here, and then you can have a go at reading this again.
Okay.
So just keep in mind the lam has jazms and sukoon. So we need to join these two letters together, the alif and the lam, and then we can continue to read as you read very well. So I'll read this once and then you can follow. Al-Fattahu.
Al-Fatahu.
Well done, mashallah. Really good job. And then lastly, could you please read this example?
I can't see it. Oh.
This one over here.
Alif.
So there is an alif over here with fatha, and then we need to join it to the lam, which has sukoon. Have a go, please. Well done. So I'm having some trouble hearing you, but I believe that you have read it very well. So I'll just read this once for everyone. Al-Alimu.
Alahimu.
Well done, mashallah. A really good job. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic. You've done really well today, mashallah. If you could please call another student.
G1 742.
G1 742. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam warahmatullah. How are you today?
I'm good, mashallah. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Jazakumullah for asking. If you could please start off with this example.
Okay. Al-Qabidu.
Well done, mashallah. So I can see that you've kept a very well notice of the color-coded letters, which should be pronounced with thick and heavy sound, which you have done very well, mashallah. And then next, this one, please.
Al-Basitu.
Well done. And then next, this one.
Al-Khafidu.
Well done. So I can see very well that you have prolonged the alif, as there is alif madya over here. As we can see, there is alif, and then kha, the letter before, has fatha, which you have pronounced very well, mashallah. And could you have a go lastly at this example?
Okay. Ar-Rafi'u.
Well done, mashallah. So I can see very well that you have focused on the lesson as you've pronounced your color-coded letters very well. Can you just quickly explain the rule of Asmaul Husna to me?
I'm sorry?
Could you please quickly explain the rule today as we've been learning about Asmaul Husna, the attributes of Allah? So
Yes. So I think I forgot.
no worries. So we can see in the examples that you have read and the other students have read, there are some letters that are color-coded letters which are color-coded in red. They should be pronounced with thick and heavy sounds. So you've done that very well in the examples below. So just keep in mind that when the letters like ra mushaddad come, or if there is qaf, these letters, we should know that these should be pronounced with thick and heavy sound, which you've done very well, mashallah. So jazakumullah for coming to the mic. You've done a really good job today. Alhamdulillah.
Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah. If we could please call another student.
G1 716. G1 716.
G1 716. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. G176. Okay, if we could please call another student to the mic.
G1.
Wa alaikum salam warahmatullah. Is this G1716? Is this G1716? I can hear some slight noise, but I'm not able to hear you properly. If you could please come nearer to the mic.
Assalamualaikum.
Wa alaikum salam warahmatullah. How are you today?
Yes, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Jazakumullah for asking. If you could please start off with this example over here.
Can I repeat after you?
Yeah, sure. So over here in the
Can I
first
repeat
example,
after you?
yes, no worries, you can. So we can see in the first example that I've just highlighted. I'll read this and then you can repeat. Al-Mu'izzu.
As
So I'll read this once more. Al-Mu'izzu. Well done, mashallah. Really good job. And then next we have over here. Al-Muzillu. Well done. So just keep in mind that we need to clearly pronounce this one over here, where there is alif, and then we have a fatha, and then lam, which carries a sukoon, the jazm. So we need to keep in mind that we need to join this properly. So I'll read this once and then you can follow. Al-Muzillu. Okay, well done, good try. Just keep on practicing at home so you can get better and you'll be much more better at joining for jazz. So this one as well. As-Sami'u. Well done, mashallah. And then this one. Al-Basiru. Well done, mashallah. And then lastly, we'll finish off on this example. Al-hukmu.
الحكم.
Okay, well done, mashallah. You've done a really good job today. Alhamdulillah. So just keep in mind all the rules that we've been learning in the past classes, as we've learnt about our short strokes, our long strokes, the rule of sukoon, and the rule of alif madiyah, waw madiyah, ya madiyah, the rule of hamza sakin. So all of these rules you can revise in Tahsin al-Quran. So this could be your job that you can do. Very well done. So you've done a really good job today. Alhamdulillah. So Jazakumullah for coming to the mic. You've done an amazing job today. If we could please have another student.
Exactly.
Allah Hafiz. Sorry, if you could please repeat the ID again.
G1779.
G1779. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Walaikum Assalam.
How are you today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Jazakumullah for asking. If you could please start off with this example, I'll just highlight it.
Al
Well done, mashallah. So you've really well identified the rule of sukoon. So for sukoon, we join the two letters. So we can see lam and alif with fatha. We join these two together. So I'll read this once and then you can follow. Al-adlu.
Al-adlu.
Well done, mashallah. And then could you have a go at the next one, please?
Allah.
Well done, mashallah. Really good job. So we can see over here that there is a variety of rules in this example. First of all, we can see that we are joining alif with fatha to the lam, which carries a tashdid. So as we join this, we need to bear in mind the sound of fatha as well. And then next we can see the rule of ya madiyah. And also we can see that we have our color-coded letter again, which we know that it should be pronounced with a thick and heavy sound. And then lastly, we have our short stroke, which is dhamma. So I'll read this once, and then you can follow. Al-latifu.
Al-latifu.
Well done, mashallah. A really good job. And then lastly, could you have a go at this example?
Al-khabiru.
Well done. So I'll read this once for you. Al-khabiru.
Al-khabiru.
Well done, mashallah. A really good job today. Well done. So Jazakumullah for coming to the mic. If we could please have another student.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
G1721.
G1721. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam warahmatullah. How are you today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine as well. Jazakumullah for asking. If you could please have a go at this example, I'll just highlight it for you.
Yeah. Okay. Al-halimu.
Well done. So really good job. Over here, we can see the rule of ya madiyah. How long do we prolong the rule of ya madiyah?
1 second.
Okay, so just keep in mind that our short strokes, well done. So the ya madiyah is prolonged for 2 counts, and short strokes like fatha, kasra, and dhamma are prolonged for just 1 second. So I'll read this once, and then you can continue. Al-halimu.
Al-halimu.
Well done. Could you have a go at the next example?
Yeah. Al-hazimu.
Okay, well done. So we can see over here, you joined the the sukoon very well. And then the next letter is a ayn. So we need to remember that this sound comes in the middle of the throat whilst making a flexible noise. So could you have a go at reading it again for me, please?
Yeah. Al-Hazim.
Okay, well done, mashallah. I'll read this once for you and then you can follow. Al-Azim.
Al-Azim.
Well done, mashallah. You've done very well here as well. Now, could you move on to the next one?
Yes. Al-Kafuru.
Well done. So we can see over here, Ghain, the letter that has been color coded, has a fatha on top.
Yeah.
So how long do we prolong this letter?
I forgot.
No worry. So over here, as we have fatha, this is our short stroke, and this should be prolonged for no more than 1 second. But we need to remember that our vertical fatha, our long strokes, should be prolonged for 2 seconds. So we just need to keep a difference between these two strokes.
Okay.
So I'll read this one so then you can follow after me. Al-Ghafuru.
Al-Kafuru.
Well done, mashallah. So Jazakumullah, very well done today. You've done a really good job. Allah Hafiz. If we could please have another student on the mic.
G1 736.
G1 736. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullah. So G1 736, how are you today?
I'm good.
I'm good, thank you.
Alhamdulillah. I think there is 2 mics open. So I'm right now talking to G1 736, right?
Yes.
Okay. So G1 736, if you could please start off with this example over here.
Can I read after you, please?
Yes, sure. So we can see over here, we will be doing the color-coded letters as we can see the Asma al-Husna. And this letter should be prolonged for thick, this should be pronounced with thick and heavy sounds. So I'll read this one for you. Ash-Shakuru.
Shakuru.
Well done, mashallah. And then the next one. Al-Ali, Al-Aliju.
Al-Raliyu.
Well done. So remember that Ain is a flexible letter as it's a throat letter. So it comes from the middle of our throat. Al-Aliju.
Al-Raliyu.
Well done, mashallah. And then next this one, which I'll read. Al-Kabiru.
Al-Kabiru.
Well done. And then Al-Hafizu.
Al-Hafizu.
Well done, mashallah. So as we read 4 examples over here, we can see that there were some color-coded letters. Like in the example that we just read, Za with Dhamma was color-coded. And in the last one we read Ra with the Dhamma as well was color-coded. Do you know why these 2 letters were color-coded?
What?
So I was asking that we can see that in the past few examples, some letters were color-coded in red. And as today's rule, do you know why they were color-coded?
Because you have to put a joke in them.
Okay, so good try. So the color-coded letters should be pronounced with a thick and heavy sound. So whilst we read them, we need to keep in mind that they should be pronounced with thick and heavy sound, which you've done very well, mashallah. Okay, so next, moving on. I'll read this one for you. Al-Muqitu.
Al-Muqitu.
Well done, mashallah. Jazakumullah for coming to the mic. You've done a really good job today.
Jazakallah.
Jazakumullah. If you could please have another student on the mic.
G1 719. G1 719.
G1 719. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Okay, if you could please have another student on the mic.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam warahmatullah. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Good. Jazakumullah for asking. Just to confirm, this is G1 719.
Yes.
Okay, so if you could please start off with this example over here.
Al-Muqitu.
Well done, mashallah. I'll just scroll down so we can see the next example. Could you have a go reading this as well?
Al-Hasibu.
Well done. So I can see that you've focused as well very well. And you've done your Yamadia. You've prolonged it for 2 seconds very well. And you've done your articulation as well. Really good job. And then the next one, please.
Al-Jalilu.
Well done. And this one as well for me.
Al-Karimu.
Well done, mashallah. And then lastly, could you finish off on this example for me?
Al-Raqibu.
Well done, mashallah. So we can see over here in the last example that you read, we can see that there are 2 letters that have been highlighted in red. Could you tell me why they have been highlighted there?
Because we have to
So no worries. Over here we can see that the ra with the tashdid and qaf with kasra have both been highlighted in red. So the color-coded letters we can see at the top. MashaAllah. So Jazakumullah for coming to the mic. If you could please have another student.
Allah Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz.
G1 746.
G1 746. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam warahmatullah. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Jazakumullah for asking. If you could please have a go at this example I've highlighted.
Al-Mukhibu.
Well done. So I'll read this once and then you can follow. Al-Mujibu.
Al-Mujibu.
Well done. So just keep in mind that the letter over here that is bearing the Ya Madya rule is the letter Jim. So whilst reading this should be read Jim, which you read very well, mashallah. And then the next one for me.
Al-Hakimu.
Well done, mashallah. And then the next one.
Al-Wadudu.
Well done. Read your Ya Madya rule very well, mashallah. But for Ya Madya, how long do you prolong it? So over here we can see that you've just read the rule of Wa Madya very well. You read it very well and with correct prolongation. Could you just quickly remind me how long we prolong it?
2 seconds.
Well done, mashallah. So it is prolonged for 2 seconds, as you've said very well. And then lastly, could you finish off with this example?
Al-Mahidu.
Well done. So over here we have the letter Jim. So whilst we
Al-Majidu.
well done, mashallah, really good job. So this is read Al-Majid.
المجيد.
Well done. Really good job. So Jazakumullah for coming to the mic.
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. If we could please have another student.
G1760.
G1760. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam warahmatullah. How are you today?
How are you?
Alhamdulillah, I'm fine. Jazakumullah for asking. As we are short on time, I'll just listen to 3 examples from you. If you could please have a go at the first example for me.
Al-Baqid.
Well done. So we can see that the letter with Kasra is Ain. So this is read from the middle of the throat and it is read flexibly. So I'll read this one for you. Al-Ba'isu.
Al-Bahitu.
Well done. And then this one for me.
Al-Shahidu.
Well done. Good try. So lam, we can see that this is bearing no stroke. So this is just read Ash-Shahidu.
Ash-Shahidu.
Well done. And then lastly, could you finish us off on this example?
Al-Haqqu.
Well done, mashallah. So remember that Qaf, which is color coded in red, as we can see at the top over here, color coded letters should be pronounced with a thick and heavy sound. So just keep that in mind whilst reading. So well done to all and Jazakumullah for reading for today. So now I'll just move on to the homework. So as it is Wednesday, class 31, we have the homework of Asma al-Husna. So please practice this exercise today that we have done. So please practice the next 5 rows from where we reached in class. So we have reached up to this practice word over here. So just you need to continue the last 4 lines. And there is more below, which you can practice as well. So just keep in mind that we need to practice the last 5 lines, the next 5 rows from where we reached in today's class. Okay, now we'll move on to our ending prayer. If Esther could please call a student to the mic.
G1764.
G1764. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. G1764. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Okay, if we could please have another student.
G1793.
G1793. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. G1. Okay.
G1794.
G1.
Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam. So I can see that there are 2 mics open, G1793 and G1794. So I'll listen to G1794 right now. So G1794, if you could please read that was for me.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم.
Well done. And the translation?
I seek refuge with Allah from Satan, the rejected.
And then Tasmiyah for me.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Well done. And the translation, please.
In the name of Allah, the gracious, the merciful.
Well done. And then for our closing dua, I'll read and then you can follow. اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم.
اللهم ارحمني بالقرآن العظيم.
Very well done. واجعله لي إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة.
وجعله لي إماما ونورا وهدى ورحمة.
Well done, mashallah. And can you please finish us off with the translation, please?
O Allah, have mercy on me through the Quran, the Great, and make it for me the leader, the light, the guidance, and the mercy.
Well done, Jazakumullah, for doing the prayer for us.
Jazakallah.
So, Jazakumullah to all for attending today's class, and we'll end off our class over here. So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.